It's the Groove with Tiffani Real, Miss Gina, Miss Gina. So,
Hey.
what do you think about verses and like DJ Cassidy and Pass the Mic?
Well, honestly, given the world that we're facing right now, I think it's a great thing that came about. It helped with connect. I hope I'm answering this okay. It helped with connecting the world in a unique way,
Right.
especially those that that are in the music industry or that love music. It was a. I think it was. It's a great thing, and it's keeping again people on. I'm feeling music. The music's still alive. It's not
Right.
dead. It's not gone. We can't go to the clubs. We can't really do the shows and do this, and that. So I personally think that the creation of these things are awesome. Is that what you mean when you ask that question?
Yeah, because that and two, it seems like on the versus side that the old school artists have the most successful verses. Like those are like in the top 5 verses. And what I like about it is how you guys are being celebrated.
Okay.
Because
I have to be honest with you. Oh, I'm sorry. Go right ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Because I just feel like, especially past the mic, just playing the songs and seeing the artists, because you always wonder where you guys been, and then you hear songs you haven't heard in a long time, and it just makes you feel good. And I just appreciate them honoring you guys the way you should be honored.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Honestly, I have to say, like now the verses, I'm really not. I've heard of it, but I'm not really too familiar with that. But I definitely have heard of it. But I'm more familiar, of course, with Pass the Mic. And honestly, I was familiar with that because it was just brought to my attention. I was asked to participate in it.
Right.
But you're absolutely right. I mean, that's another perspective of showing those folks back in the day, or those time frames, showing that love. So very appreciative of it.
Right. So who did you look up to when you were coming up, and is there an artist? Like, I wanted to be Diana Ross when I was little. Was there was there somebody that you aspired to be like, or somebody that you just wanted to meet or emulate when you were coming up?
And believe it or not, I know you're saying artist, but I have to say first and foremost, my mother.
Okay.
And my mother sang, and my mother was a God-fearing woman, and just a phenomenal woman all around. Right. And when you use that adjective, emulate, it struck home because my mother has passed. She's on with the Lord now. But at her retirement party, rather, prior to her passing, and when she retired from her job, we all went to her party, and her all my mother's children, gave a speech, and that was the adjective that I used. Like, I emulate you, like you are my hero, you are my everything.
Right.
So first and foremost, it goes to my mother. Now, and if we're talking artists and things of that nature, Vanessa Bell Armstrong. I tell you, she's a gospel singer, and when I was recording my album, and when I used to travel a lot, I just would keep that lady's song on her album, rather, CD, in my little CD player on repeat. She just was just so phenomenal. Now, Kim Burrell is another one that I liked a lot, but I know you did say more so as I'm growing up and listening to. Kim Burrell wasn't around at that time, but Vanessa Bell Armstrong, she most definitely was. That's gospel. For R&B, Patti LaBelle.
Yeah. You can't argue with Patti.
The reason I think I chose Patti is because many people would tell me my mother sounded a lot like her.
Oh, wow.
My mom was singing churches. Yeah, she just would have that wailing type voice. So that may have been why I, kind of geared towards Patti LaBelle as well. But there was a lot of artists, but those are the two that really, stand out.
Wow, that is wonderful. It's the Groove with Tiffani Real. Hey family, it's the Groove with Tiffani Real. I'm so happy to have had you on this show, Miss Gina Thompson. You brought so much joy to my life. Like when I hear your songs on the radio or in my car or at the house chilling, cleaning up on Saturdays like Nana used to make us do. It takes you back to that happy time, that happy place. You can almost see you in your video sitting next to Biggie and Puffy. You can see Missy in the car. It was just a good vibe, and I thank you for, coming on the show to talk to me. Is there anything that you would like to tell the audience?
First and foremost, I'd like to say thank you for having me and for allowing me to share my story. I truly, truly appreciate that. And to all my fans, my listeners, even if you're not a fan, thank you for listening in. And I appreciate everyone for their support. I do have a point of contact for those of you who are interested in maybe possibly an interview or, things of that nature. I do have a point of contact. He is my manager, and his name is Daryl Jenkins. Can I go ahead and spell that? Is that okay?
Yes,
Tiff?
that's fine.
All right. Darrell. Jenkins is JENKINS 56@gmail.com. Again, that's Daryl Jenkins 56@gmail.com. And also, if you could check out my Instagram, it's the Real Gina Thompson. I'd be more than happy to have you on board with me and follow me, and stay tuned to all my fans for some upcoming music. I'm working on things slowly but surely, but prayerfully 2022 will be that year where you'll be able to hear some more music from me.
We're
Thank
excited
you all
about
again.
that.
God bless.
God bless you too. Thank you so much. It's the
You're
Groove
welcome.
with Tiffani Real.
With Tiffani.